I'm 33. I was cheated on twice to learn this. Don't ignore it. Have you ever had that gut-wrenching moment when everything you believed shatters in an instant? I never imagined betrayal would find me, not once, but twice, like a relentless shadow, creeping in unnoticed. It started in a quiet evening, scrolling through my phone, just a casual glance that spiraled into disbelief. Messages not meant for me, hints hidden between words, and sudden silences that screamed louder than any confession. The harsh truth broke through my world, leaving me standing in ruins, where trust once lived. Each revelation felt like a silent storm, shaking the foundation of who I thought I was with him. Looking back, that moment wasn't just an end, it was the beginning of a painful awakening. If I could tell you one thing, it's to never ignore the whispers before they become sirens. I was the woman who believed in love without reservations. Trust came easily, like breathing. I gave my whole heart, because I thought that was how love worked. I saw us as solid, unbreakable. Every smile, every touch, felt like a promise. We shared dreams, plans for the future. I felt safe in that world, convinced it was real. I never questioned his quiet moments or the odd silences. I thought loyalty was natural for us. I didn't see the cracks because I didn't want to. My heart was full, my mind calm. I was the woman who built a home around us, unaware it wasn't as strong as I believed. Love was simple, then pure, unquestioned. I gave everything, hoping it would be enough. I was confident, whole, before the lies swept in. The messages appeared suddenly, quiet but sharp. I saw his phone light up when he thought I wasn't looking. Then came the silence, colder than before. Why was he avoiding my gaze? Was this all just in my head? I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. One night, I found a message not meant for me that stopped my breath. Who was she? How long had this been going on? Every doubt I pushed away now crashed through me. I searched for answers in his explanations, but the whispers of truth grew louder. Could I trust his words, or were they just lies? The distance between us grew, visible and painful. I was pulled between wanting to believe and fearing the worst. That moment shattered the safety I had built. I was caught in the silence of betrayal. I told myself it was just one mistake, a moment of weakness, not who he really was. I grasped at every excuse like a lifeline. Maybe he was confused, lost, needing help. I could be the one to save him. I swallowed the pain, the doubt, the cold flicker of fear. I promised myself we'd fix this, together, that love could heal the cracks. I clung to memories, the good times, hoping they outweighed the shadows. But each lie weaved tighter chains around my heart. I kept hoping, quiet and desperate, as if my faith alone could rewrite the story. I was wrong. I was blind, and that hope only kept me there, trapped between truth and denial. It was a cruel comfort that kept me silent, and I paid for it with every beat of a breaking heart. Betrayal wasn't only a wound, I thought. It was a sign I needed to heal, to forgive. But later I saw it as a mirror, reflecting truths I refused to face. Was I ignoring my own doubts because I feared what I might find? Did I overlook the quiet discomforts that whispered something was wrong? Maybe I was afraid to admit the cracks in what I believed was solid. Did I mistake pain for weakness, instead of a call for change? It made me ask how much of this was about him, and how much was about what I allowed myself to accept. The betrayal forced me to look inward, to question if my love was truly enough, or if I lost myself trying to make it work. Could I have been clearer about my boundaries, or was I hoping my silence would erase the truth? Those questions haunted me. They still do. I thought love meant sacrifice, endless forgiveness, that if I just tried harder, held on tighter, everything would be okay. I convinced myself that my worth was tied to keeping the relationship alive no matter the cost. I believed I was strong for protecting us. But really, I was trapped in a role I didn't choose. I silenced my own pain to avoid conflict. I ignored the growing distance because I feared losing what I hoped love was. I stayed silent when I should have spoken up. I gave parts of myself away to fix something broken. Only later did I see that was a dangerous illusion. I thought surrender was the answer, but it was just giving up on my own needs. I was blinded by what I wanted love to be, not what it was. That fairy tale I lived was built on half-truths and hidden cracks, and I had to let it fall to find the truth. Sarah sat with me one late evening, her voice steady but full of pain. She had faced betrayal too, but she chose a different path. I listened, silently at first. She told me how she left the lies behind, how she didn't wait for apologies or promises. She rebuilt herself from the ground up, piece by piece, refusing to settle. Her courage struck a chord deep inside. I saw a woman who refused to be defined by someone else's mistakes. She spoke of finding peace in solitude, learning to trust her instincts again. Sarah's story was a quiet rebellion against the pain I was drowning in. I realized I had been holding on to a broken dream, while she was creating a new reality. That night, her strength planted a seed. I wanted what she had, a chance to reclaim myself. It was the first time I saw a way out of the darkness. I wonder if I should have trusted my gut earlier. Why did I ignore those small doubts that crept in like shadows? I stayed too long, convinced love would fix the cracks. But was I really loving him, or just afraid to lose what I thought we had? Sometimes I ask myself if I was blinded by hope, or just too afraid of the silence that would come after. Could I have seen the signs and acted differently? Or was I just holding on to a story I wanted so desperately to believe? The regret that haunts me most is how little I valued myself back then. Why didn't I say no sooner? Was I afraid of being alone? Of being judged? Or did I not realize my own worth until it was almost gone? These questions swirl inside me unanswered, as I try to piece together what I lost and what remains. Losing myself was the deepest pain, not just because trust was broken, but because I started doubting who I was. I asked myself if I was worthy of love, if I was enough. Those questions echoed in the silence of my nights. I felt lost in a maze of confusion and sadness. Every smile felt fake, every joy hollow. I stayed too long trying to fix something that wasn't mine to fix. I forgot to listen to my own voice. The person I used to be slowly disappeared beneath the weight of betrayal. It wasn't just a broken heart. It was a shattered identity. I had to find myself again, before anything else could heal. And that pain, though unbearable, became the starting point for rediscovery. The hardest part was realizing that losing myself hurt more than being hurt. It was the moment I knew I had to change. When the second betrayal hit, it was as if the ground beneath me crumbled completely. Everything I thought I knew, everything I clung to, vanished in an instant. I was left with the rawest version of pain, a void so deep it felt endless. But from that bleak and shattered place, something unexpected began to grow. I started to reclaim the pieces of myself I had lost along the way. Slowly, I learned to listen not to the echoes of hurt, but to the quiet strength inside me. Healing was never about forgetting, but about understanding my worth beyond the lies. Every tear became a step toward clarity. Every sleepless night, a building block for courage. I found the power to stand alone, to face my reflection without fear or shame. This rebirth wasn't just recovery, it was the beginning of a truer, fiercer me. And for the first time in a long time, I saw light again. I kept asking myself if I was ignoring signs. The late replies, the small lies, the cold silences. I pushed doubts away, telling myself I was overthinking, but deep down, the unease never left. I was afraid to see what was in front of me, afraid to break the illusion I held so tight. When I finally faced those red flags, everything shifted. The denial cracked, and I started to question everything. It wasn't easy. Fear and hope battled inside me, but honesty became my lifeline. I realized ignoring those signs only gave power to the pain that followed. Now, I don't avoid discomfort, I look straight at it. I ask myself, what am I missing? What am I afraid to see? That question saved me once. It can save you too. Feeling urgency without panic wasn't easy to find. My heart raced, but I learned not to let fear control me. I needed clarity, not chaos. I took slow, steady breaths, grounding myself in the moment. Urgency meant paying attention, not breaking down. I started setting small boundaries, testing my strength bit by bit. It was about respect for my feelings, my time, my worth. I stopped hiding from the truth and faced it calmly, without screaming or running. I learned to act when something felt wrong, without losing myself in panic or denial. This balance gave me power, a quiet strength I hadn't known before. I wanted to move forward with purpose, not rush blindly into pain or relief. Calm urgency became my new guide, a gentle push to protect myself before the cracks grew too wide. It taught me that I deserved better, and that I could find it without losing who I am. Dear past me, I know how hard it was to believe what you hoped for. You gave your heart fully, trusting every word, every promise. You were brave for loving so deeply when the world showed shadows. But you deserved more honesty, more respect, more peace inside. It wasn't your fault for wanting to believe in something good. You just didn't have the tools yet to see the cracks beneath the surface. I wish I could hold you then, tell you to listen to the small alarms inside your soul, to value yourself enough to ask for more, to say no when it didn't feel right. You were enough, even when you doubted it. Remember, you weren't weak for staying, you were human and hopeful. Now I see clearly your strength was there all along, waiting to rise. I lost the love I thought would last forever. The dreams I held on to slipped through my fingers like water. But in that emptiness, something new began to grow. I found pieces of myself I had forgotten, or never knew. Slowly I started to rebuild my heart, not for someone else, but for me. I learned to listen to my own needs and honor my own voice. The pain stayed, but it became a teacher, not a prison. I discovered strength in my vulnerability and power in my scars. Loving myself became an act of rebellion against all the lies I believed. I'm still learning, still healing, but I stand taller now, rooted in truth. What I lost was a chapter, but what I gained is my foundation. I am enough, whole, and unapologetically me. This is my new beginning. Don't wait to face the truth like I did. Look closely at your own story. The silent warnings you might be ignoring. The uneasy feelings. The small cracks you convince yourself aren't real. They matter. Your happiness depends on your courage to see what's right in front of you. It's not weakness to acknowledge pain, it's strength to confront it, to protect yourself. You deserve honesty, respect, and love that doesn't ask you to lose yourself. Trust your heart and don't settle for less than you are worth. This moment could be your turning point, your chance to rewrite your story before it breaks you. Be brave enough to say no, even when it's hard. Your peace is waiting on the other side of that choice. Don't wait. Start now. If this story touched you, share in the comments which part resonated most. What lesson stands out to you? Have you been through something similar? Tell me your story below. Subscribe to the channel. Having you here means the world.